Well, yeah. Welcome to the Tap.
Wait. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet, dude. Welcome.
Well, we're back and we're live from Stag Studios.
Another new episode this week.
We got lots to talk about.
Man, back to school is right around the corner. What do you think?
It doesn't affect me anymore. But I remember when I was a lad going back to school.
Lad.
I always dreaded it, but I was excited for it too.
Oh, I hated going back.
I like getting back into the routine.
I don't like routine. I like sleeping all day.
But we're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Yep.
So we're going to cover some announcements to start off.
Yeah. Are you following us on Facebook?
I am.
Me too.
Yeah, the Tap Podcast.
Yep. What about Instagram?
Yep, I run it.
You run it. How's that working out?
Great. People like our photos.
How can we find the Tap Podcast on Instagram, Ryan?
It's called the Tap Podcast with Pat and Ryan.
Ooh.
So just type that big long name in there. I might shorten it.
Can you shorten it?
Yeah, you can change your name.
Man, it comes right up, though. I looked.
Yep.
Guess what? We just got a new follower.
Why don't you go ahead and give it to us again?
The Tap Podcast with Pat and Ryan.
We did just get a new follower. Rufus Ruckus 231.
That sounds like an amazing dog.
Yeah.
St. Bernard. Oh, what else can you find us on? YouTube. We have a YouTube channel.
We do.
Man.
We got a couple videos on there.
Haha, they're so funny.
We have Twitter.
Twatter. It's at the Tap. No, it's at Talking Tap.
At Talking Tap.
Man.
Then we have email. What's that one?
TalkingTap@gmail.com.
Bang. All right. We've got a Patreon page.
Yep, we have Patreon. We need some Patreon subscribers.
Tell them how to find us on Patreon.
Just go on Patreon /the Tap.
That's us.
That's us.
And we have a cookout.
Ba-boom! September 16th. Where's that at, Ryan?
Eastern Road Park, also called Fruitland Township Park, right next to Fruitland Township Hall.
And you've got a thing on the Facebook page for people to find that?
Yep, there's going to be a map on there if there's not already.
Awesome.
I believe there is already.
Groovy, man. I can't wait. September 16th. That is Saturday from the time of this recording, only about 2.5 weeks away.
Yep, I'm getting excited, folks. Gonna make some good meat for you.
Good.
We're gonna have prizes to raffle off.
Prizes? Oh man, I can't wait.
Yep,
I love raffles.
Gonna have a kissing booth. Come kiss me on my mouth.
How much are kisses gonna be?
$1.
$1. Now,
$5 for tongue.
Oh my god. Ryan, what if I just walked up and gave you a $20 bill?
Well, we'd have to make out 4 times math.
Whoa, Nelly. What if someone just walked up and gave you a Hershey's kiss?
That's 50 cents.
Yeah, we'll have Hershey's Kisses. You can buy those for 50 cents or get the real thing for $1.
That's right. That's a very good idea that you just came up with.
On the spot.
All right. So did we get any responses from last week talking about the Virginia crisis? Or the Charleston? No, it wasn't Charlottesville. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be insensitive. I'm just dumb.
Yeah, we're just geographically ignorant.
Yeah.
And yes, I said ignorant.
So we didn't get any responses?
No responses. That's fine.
That's fine.
We didn't really take like a strong stand on it. We were just like, this is stupid.
We took a very strong stand by saying, fuck Nazis.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
Well, we don't care about them. I got some feedback from our super producer, Shelly, last week. Oh? She liked the interview with Cam.
Did she?
Yep. Good. Special thanks again to Cam McCormick.
Yes, thank you, Mammon McCormick.
Yeah, he was fun, dude. Hit some good stuff. And I tell you what, we left a lot of stuff on the table for that episode, too.
Did we?
We did.
Like what?
Oh, I wanted to do that skit.
Oh, yeah.
Where
it's right over here.
Acted out a scene. And I wanted to talk to him about a clothing company he was involved in, this Evelum Clothing. It's based on it. Well, it was a jam-packed interview, too.
Well, we could always have him back.
We're going to have to. Eventually, I'd like to have most of our guests back.
Yeah, that'd be fun to see, where they are now.
Sure.
As we're interviewing them as to where they were before. How was your week, my friend Patrick?
Oh, God. This was a rough week.
I feel like you say that every week.
Well, this week was especially rough. My employer banned the use of headphones at work.
Yeah, I've been through a similar situation.
Yeah, banned radios? Fuck you. I gotta concentrate on this shit all day long. I can't fucking listen to a stupid podcast.
Oh, man.
And you said, you can bring a radio in. Okay, we don't get good reception for radios. And I said, also, I don't listen to the radio on my headphones. All I listen to are audiobooks and podcasts.
Bring a Bluetooth speaker in and just listen to your podcast like that.
It's kind of loud and it's hard to focus.
But it's better than nothing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm for sure bringing something. It's going to be ridiculous.
We've got solutions on the tap.
Yep.
On the tap.
Yep.
So, anything else other than that for your week?
That was about it, really. It was a rough week. I wanted to quit my job every day. 3 times this week, I did the math on this podcast and where we need to be for me to quit my job.
And we are nowhere near it.
Nope. We're a few dollars short.
Day late and $1 short.
So, what about you? How was your week this week?
I had a pretty decent week.
Excellent.
Monday, I took off of work and I went to a concert.
What? What concert?
Railroad Earth and Twiddle.
Yep, no one's heard of them.
Some people have. I have. There were at least 100 people at the concert.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Twiddle.
It was at the Frederick Meyer Amphitheater.
Oh, yeah?
Beautiful venue. If you have a chance, go ahead and go there.
Was that part of their summer concert series?
Yep.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, and Twiddle is a very good band from Vermont.
What kind of music is Twiddle?
Like jam.
Jam band?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they sounded like. That's their song. Bow, 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 bow. And Railroad Earth was really good as well.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so it was a very good concert. So that was Monday. And Friday at work, we got pizza.
Pizza party.
Pizza!
What kind of pizza?
Papa John's.
Better
ingredients.
Better pizza.
It's a pizza. Papa John's.
I love fucking Papa John's.
Better ingredients. Pizza. Papa John's.
Yeah, that's the same thing. That's awesome. What did I don't have anything. Yeah, that's good. My week dragged all week.
We already talked about your week. Fuck you.
It was slow. I'm just saying, my week was slow. It sounds like your week flew by.
No, it was pretty cool. I had a good week.
Yeah. Are you excited for Labor Day?
Yeah.
Coming up, a nice 3-day weekend.
When's that?
The 4th.
Dope. That's a mutual friend of ours' birthday.
Who?
Her name rhymes with PV Starfell.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man.
Starcell, sorry.
If she was nicer...
We should have her on the show. I think it would be interesting for you two to hash out your problems right here.
Why don't you reach out to her?
I will.
And when she says no, I'll say... Oh,
she won't say no.
Well,
not to this face.
This
face got a haircut.
I saw that today. Right away, I noticed that. I told you last week I was going to get a haircut, but the neo-Nazis took my hairstyle, so now I can't get a haircut.
That's right.
But I did shave my face.
Did you?
I trimmed my beard. I'm not going to shave.
No.
I'm not gay.
Because only the gays shave their face.
Yeah, the hairless gays.
All right, so we didn't come up with an
offensive word. Let's come up with an offensive word right now.
Smegma.
Smegma. What's smegma?
It's that cheesy stuff on your dick if it's uncircumcised.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
First of all.
No, you know what is sort of an offensive word to people still?
What?
Bitch.
Why?
Because, it's if used derogatively towards a woman, it's not good.
Well, no, I mean, That's bad.
Right. And people get offended with that.
But what if you just say, bitch, please?
Well, that's fine.
That's fine. I do know that if you go to jail and you call somebody a bitch, you're going to fight. You can't call somebody a bitch in jail.
How do you know that?
I watch TV.
Oh, okay.
And I've watched, what was it called? 60 Days In. It was on A&E. They would pick like 8 or 9 people to go undercover into jail. And they would always get like beat up, or they would start crying like 4 hours in. And every episode they were like, man, if somebody calls you a bitch, you gotta fight. You can't take that. So
let's take a minute to introduce the offensive word segments. How do you want to do it?
I don't know.
Just say,
bitch, please.
Bitch, please. This is our offensive word of the week.
Yeah, I think we roll the dice on smegma or bitch.
Let's do both.
Smegma, disgusting.
You just a little smegma bitch.
Oh, God, that's gross. I bet you that stinks.
I just imagine like a little weaselly guy covered in cheesy goo.
Oh, gross. First of all, get your shit cut. Circumcise your shit.
No, man. Well, I mean...
It's a myth. It's just a myth that it's more sensitive.
Let it be your personal preference.
No, I think you should get it cut, and then you don't have to worry about like scooping it out every day. Like,
I don't think it's a scoop thing. I think you just like pull it back and.
Oh, that's disgusting. I'm 100% offended right now.
Good. All right, you want to move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
This one is called Dating with Ryan.
What's new with Dating with Ryan?
Well, I've got some awful first date stories and some dating stories. I'll start with an awful first date. Did I ever tell you about the woman I went on a date with who also had a beard?
I don't think so.
She was very nice. I won't say her name.
Was it Jessica?
No.
Okay.
My very first girlfriend's name was Jessica, though.
What?
Yeah, I just talked about her the other day.
I've been intimate with 4 Jessicas.
We talked about that earlier. But moving on.
Okay.
This girl, I met her on OkCupid. And
awesome.
Yeah, already. And we met in Grand Haven, and we had a picnic on the beach. And I noticed the beard right away. And I was like...
How would you not?
Oh, no. I'm going to get through this, and if her personality is worth it...
You're going to power through it?
I'm going to power through that beard.
That's what you got to do.
And it was close, but it wasn't quite there. It was mostly, I think, she was moving away for school anyway. So the distance thing was going to be a problem, so I just decided to...
How was the kiss goodnight?
That's the best part of the story.
No!
So at the time, that was right after I started. This doesn't really have anything to do with it, but it's all part of the story. At the time is when I started that nutritarian diet, and she was on the same diet.
Is that why she grew a beard?
No. I don't know why she had a beard. That never came up.
I would have asked.
She had made a bunch of really good food for the date.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I brought a blanket and water. Actually, I think she brought the water. All I did was bring the blanket.
So she literally took you out for a picnic.
Yeah, and it was really good. Like, the dinner was good. Dessert was good. We went for...
Did you feed each other grapes?
No.
Cheese?
There were grapes.
Oh.
No cheese. Not on the diet.
Oh, okay.
But then, we sat there and talked for a long time. Then we walked up and down the beach until it got dark. And then we walked back to our cars, got in, and we left. There was no kiss.
What?
What happened was, I don't remember who was in front of who, but we were, next to each other on the road. Like, I was in front, she was in back, or, our 2 cars were on the road by each other. She calls me, and she says, "Hey, if I pull over, will you pull over and kiss me?"
Whoa.
And I was like...
Aggressive.
Yeah, sure. That sounds fine. So got out, pulled over somewhere into a driveway, got out and kissed, and then left.
That was it?
Yeah. And then I never called her.
Well, let me tell you where you dropped the ball on that scenario.
I didn't leave as soon as I saw the beard.
Nope.
Where did I drop the ball?
When she texted you saying, if I pull over, will you give me a kiss?
She called me.
Or she called you.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have said, if I pull over, will you give me a blowjob?
Oh, that's okay. I did drop the ball there.
See?
Yeah, but that's not how my brain works.
Well, gotta turn that part on.
Yeah.
Gotta turn that caveman part on.
So that's my first date story.
Awful first date?
I have another story about a tiny heart.
A tiny heart?
That I broke.
Oh.
And here it goes.
My God.
This was much longer ago. I was probably 19. Maybe a little older. And I was on Plenty of Fish. And I was talking to this girl who didn't have a picture, but I read, her bio and started talking to her, and she seemed pretty cool. And then it came out that she was a little person, because midget is an offensive word, apparently.
Well, yeah. I would say dwarf.
She's a dwarf, little person.
I think dwarf's kind of offensive too now, though.
That didn't bother me. No. She lived, I don't know, distance is what gets me mostly. She lived in Sparta.
Okay.
Which is, a good 45-minute drive from where I live. And we were talking back and forth for a while about, things that new people talk about. And I just, decided that I didn't really want to talk to her anymore, so I started talking less and less. And then one day I was hanging out with Noah, our engineer here.
Yep.
And she called me and said, "Hey, it's, so-and-so. I'm not going to say her name.
Lisa.
Yeah, it's Lisa." And I said, she said, "Is this a bad time to talk?" I said, "Yeah, kind of." And she said, "Oh, well, and I didn't hear what she said because I went, "Okay, bye," and hung up.
And that's how you broke a little person's heart?
Yeah, and I never called her again. She sent me a couple of very long, very heartfelt messages apologizing for calling and...
What?
And I responded years later.
Gee, years later? I would respond right now.
I could.
Do you still have her number?
I found her on Facebook.
She's on Facebook?
Yeah.
Is she? How little is she?
Under whatever the legal... She's small. I never saw her in person.
4 foot?
Yeah, definitely under 4 foot.
Man, I would have dated her. I would have dated the little person out of her. I love it.
So yeah, those are a couple of stories for dating with Ryan.
I love it. I love awful first date stories.
I'm sure I have more. I just can't think of them. And one of them's not super appropriate.
Oh, man. I had an awful first date once, a million years ago, where I came to pick up this girl. We went out to dinner, and it just wasn't going well. And I was bringing her home, and my gas light came on. I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to run out of gas. And I don't have any more money. So she gave me $5.
What?
We never went out again.
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, man. I got $5 out of a chick.
I went on a date with a girl in high school who Noah will know who it is. I'm not going to say her name, but...
Was it Stephanie?
No, we'll say Stephanie, though.
Okay. One of these days I'm going to be right, and you're going to lose it. It's going to be funny.
Or I'm going to hold a good poker face and tell you no.
Poker face.
But I went and watched a movie with this girl, and the movie was... it was the latest Michael Moore documentary.
Ugh.
I think it was the one about healthcare.
Ugh.
And I took her to see that. And looking back on it now, it's kind of funny. Afterwards, I asked her to kiss me.
And she said
no.
I don't have healthcare.
Yeah.
She said
I don't
no?
have healthcare. Yeah, she said no.
Why? What a bitch.
I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not that handsome.
Girls in high school are bitches.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all the stories I can think of right now.
That's fine. I've got a million bad date stories.
Well, maybe when we do a segment called Dating with Patrick, you can tell them.
Yeah.
It's all about me today.
It's all about you.
So should we move into our core discussion today?
Yeah, I like that core discussion.
Yeah, bringing it around. This segment is all about education.
Because it's back to school.
Back to school. Back to school.
Man, how many years have you been out of school?
I've been out of school for 9 years. Nearing 10.
Coming up on your 10-year, are you going to go to your party?
I really want to.
You should.
Because this is the one where everybody... I feel like this is the one where everybody decides that we're all human and we don't have to have a pissing contest about everything.
Nope.
That's not true?
Nope.
Everybody's still a dick?
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm just going to do that then. I'm just going to be a dick.
Hell yeah. That's funny.
What about you? How many years have you been out, old man?
Oh,
we figured this out before the show.
Yeah, we came up with 23 years.
23 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Whoa. Whoa.
Wow.
What? Man, that's like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, somebody's lifetime.
A lot of lifetimes ago.
Mm-hmm.
A great time. Where'd you go to school?
I went to school locally at Reese Puffer.
Reese Puffer.
From start to finish.
You guys were known as the Red Rockets? No?
Just the Rockets.
Oh.
But a lot of people referred to us as Reefer Puffer.
Reefer Puffer?
Apparently we had a little marijuana problem.
A little?
I don't know. I never smoked weed in high school. I waited till the day after.
You were a good kid, weren't you?
No. But yeah, in school I was. I'm still a good kid.
I went to Fruitport.
Poopfort.
Yep, we were the Trojans.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun.
Do you remember what your graduation requirements were?
No. I think you just had to show up.
No.
You had to wear pants.
Yeah, you know what? That's not fair. I wish I would have graduated earlier because I wouldn't have had to be as smart.
Yeah, I think it was I want to say 21 credits.
Ours was 22.
Yeah, I think we were 21. Maybe it was less then because it was 10 years before you or whatever, but also that math doesn't check out.
No, that doesn't check out. Do you remember what kind of credits you had to have?
It was just general education. There was definitely some kind of shop credits we had to have. We had to have some kind of vocational.
We didn't.
That's crazy. I don't think they need them today either. My son is a junior this year, and all he does is marching band and jazz band and band.
That's pretty much all I did.
Yeah. Bunch of band nerds.
When I was in high school, though, I messed up because we only had to have 2 years of math.
Oh, yeah. I think that's what we had to have.
And I was like, everybody says you need math in life.
So you're just going to keep going.
I'm going to keep on mathing.
Keep on mathing.
And that was so dumb because by my senior year, I was in even a super hard math. It was pre-calculus and discrete mathematics.
Jeez.
Which is dumb.
Yeah.
We're just, it was PDM. But the second half of the year, I tried to get out of it, tried to talk to my principal and say, hey, I'm not going to go for anything where I need anything harder than algebra. So I'd like to drop out of this and just take an art class because that's more of where I'm headed after school. And he said, well, if I let you do it, I'm going to let everybody else do it. And I wanted to ask him, well, has anybody else asked?
Yeah, that's what I would have said.
But I was just like, oh, okay.
Well,
so I just slept every day in class and failed on purpose.
Yeah, who cares?
I didn't need the class to graduate, so... The class I did need to graduate was English, and I didn't like doing homework.
Oh, I loved English.
So I had to pass the exam, which I did.
I had a computer class that I hated. It wasn't like a good computer class.
You mean a word processing class?
Yeah, it was. it was DOS. No, it was some kind of like business computing that you could tell the teacher was forced to teach it, and he was just doing the minimum requirements of it, and he was only like 2 or 3 years away from retirement. So me and my best friend Dave at the time said, if you don't pass us, we have to take this again next year. So, I mean, we'll take it again, and you'll have to deal with us. We were disruptive, and we wouldn't do well on the tests. And for the final exam, I literally read Jim Morrison's book of poetry for the final. I didn't even log into the computer, and I passed that class with a C.
So you didn't do the work?
Nope.
And he was just like, fuck this kid.
Yeah, he knew that we were coming back. So shout out to Mr. Carlson, Fruitport's finest.
Way to go, Mr. Carlson.
Yeah, I think he's dead now.
Yeah, good for him.
He's dead. Anyway, do you remember any rival schools?
Yeah, for marching band at least. Our big rivals were Jenison Eat Poo.
Oh man.
And Mona Shores. Locally. There were a couple of other schools our size that were almost as good as us, but not quite.
Man, I used to love going to football games and trying to meet other girls from other schools.
So you could be a total fuckhead and nobody would know who you are?
Yeah, I was always like, hey, how's it going? You like football? Me neither.
Want to bang?
Want to make out?
But yeah, those were our rivals, Jenison and Mona Shores.
Yeah, I think for Fruitport, I don't remember if we had any rivals, really. It wasn't ever anything spectacular.
Well, who did you guys play in sports? Like,
I think we played Puffer, Mona Shores, Muskegon. I know for like football, we scrimmaged against Grand Haven. And like the year I played in my freshman year, I know we broke some kid's leg in the scrimmage.
You played football?
Yeah. For 1 year.
Oh, and then you decided you liked girls better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same reason why I only ran track for 1 year.
Because you got fat?
Nope. That was after high school. Man. What about,
I don't know if I want to talk about this stuff.
I'm not even going to talk. You know what, Common Core? Fuck you.
Yeah, math is dumb. You don't need it. Just ask your smart friend to figure it out for you.
Shout out to Noah for drawing up this huge Common Core problem for us. I'm going to be honest. I can't figure it out, Noah.
I got to say something. I got to tell a story about high school.
Do it.
Noah and I used to sit in the hallway at lunch, and as people would walk by, we'd make this noise with our hands.
That's awesome.
And that's one of my most fond memories of high school, is just sitting there at lunch, having people walk by, and then, they get the...
Would they stop and be like, hey, what the hell, man?
No, nobody ever stopped. That I remember.
Man, I remember me and my friend...
We got a couple people to look back and, give us a weird look, but,
I remember me and Dave, my buddy, we used to beg for change during lunch.
What?
I don't know why. We'd always be like, hey man, you got any change? Like nickel, dime, quarter, penny.
What the fuck? Why?
I don't know. We were just like fucking dirtbags.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Well,
so you didn't have any shop classes?
They were vocational. You had to be bused to them.
I remember I took like a woodworking class in like middle school. That was ridiculous.
Closest thing we had to that in middle school was we actually had a home economics class in middle school.
Oh yeah, I remember home ec.
I never took it.
Our teacher's name was Miss McQuiston.
McQuiston?
Yeah, and I used to call her Miss McQuifton.
So mature.
I got sent to the office for that.
Yeah, let's You want to talk about that?
Yeah, did you ever get in trouble in school?
No.
You never got kicked out of class?
I got in trouble twice exactly in my entire time in public school.
Wow.
And here's the first one. I was in first grade.
What?
Yeah. And I was with two of my friends. And if, oh man, I don't know if he listens to the podcast or not. I doubt it. But Lou, if you're listening, this story is for you. We were standing out on the playground equipment, and my two friends were like, "Hey, we'll watch your back, but you got to moon the teacher. You got to moon the playground teacher."
Hell
and
yeah.
I said,
I can do that.
I can't. And they said, "Don't worry, we'll get you." And I said, "Okay." And I was wearing red sweatpants and whitey tighties. I remember it very vividly. And so I didn't even pull my pants. I pulled my pants down, but I left my underwear up. That was mooning the teacher.
Yeah.
But I got I was disciplined. What they had there was they had tickets that they gave out. And they got sent home to your parents. They had to be signed and you had to bring it back. So that way they know that the parent got it.
Yep.
So I got home from school one day when my dad, or then with the ticket, I got to my house. And it seemed pretty normal. And my dad, all he said was, "Did you keep your pants on today?"
And you lost it. You started crying.
I did.
No!
Did I tell you this story?
No, you didn't.
But I did. I started crying.
Baby.
The second time was I got detention for not bringing in my band jacket.
Fuck off.
Yeah, from Mr. Earn.
What a douche.
Yeah. He was kind of a douche.
Oh, man.
But yeah, those are the only two times I ever got in trouble at school.
I remember in middle school, the vice principal tried to make a deal with me that if I stayed out of trouble for the rest of the year, and this was like February, I think.
So you had like 2 months, 3 or 4 months to go?
Yeah. That he would take me out for steak dinner.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You couldn't do it.
I didn't. That very same day, I was in his office.
What did you do?
I don't remember. It was something stupid. I had this English teacher called Mr. Gondor.
Uh-huh.
We used to call him Mr. Gondoria.
You guys were so creative. Miss McQueefton.
Yeah, Mr. Gondoria. I think he's dead now. But this old guy, like, we could push his buttons. I don't remember the other kid's name in my class. That we had to move our desks up to the front of the class. And I was on the left, and this other guy, I can't remember his name, was on the right. We'll call him Jason.
All right, Jason.
But I remember one time, I don't remember what this Jason kid did, but he was sent out to the hall, and I was making fun of him. And Mr. Gondoria went out into the hall, and Jason and I were going back and forth, like cracking jokes or something. And Gondor fucking slammed him up against the lockers and was just gonna kill him. He was so mad. I don't remember what it was about. It was
Holy
nothing.
shit.
But that's how teachers used to be. They used to lay hands on us.
They should still be able to.
I think they should.
I think...
That's my thought.
Well, you know, there's teachers who are going to be a bit unreasonable about it. But I think for the most part, like, if a kid needs to... At least tell them, like, you can tell them to shut up or just be quiet.
Oh, yeah.
I don't feel like they can't even do that now.
Not really.
Parents get all up in arms. Oh, I gotta stop playing video games and come take care of my kid.
Yeah, that would suck, man, if I had to pause my video game.
But, all right, how about this for... What do you think about higher education, higher learning, college, vocational things after school? What do you think about that?
I think it's almost a necessity now.
It's for some people, yes, but for others, no. They push it too much on everyone. There's too much of an emphasis on higher learning, in my opinion, because you still... If you want things to be convenient, there has to be people to Like, you don't need a college degree to work at Burger King or Arby's or any place like that.
Nope.
You don't even need a college degree to manage it.
Well...
You shouldn't, anyway.
My thoughts are we don't really need as many McDonald's, Burger Kings, and Arby's as we have.
Fuck you, bro. This is America.
But let me just say this. Our education system from top to bottom is 100% broken.
Yeah, absolutely.
The fact that back in like 92, 93, I told that teacher that if he didn't pass me, that I was going to take his class again and be a bigger asshole to him, and got passed through. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
Yeah. And even today, my son, because he's in wrestling, he was failing a class. The wrestling coach went to that teacher and got his grade bumped up by 2 points.
So he could wrestle?
So he could still wrestle.
That's wrong.
What does that do for him?
It gets him to wrestle.
Yeah.
That's about it. It doesn't teach him a lesson.
So our education system sucks.
Well, not only for that, but for what they're teaching them. They're not teaching them skills to live.
No, none. But my thoughts on that, too, are, okay, do we need to have like a shop class where you're teaching the kid to rebuild an engine? I could see where, like, vocational schools, that's helpful. That's beneficial. But I do think that we need to have more intense education that teaches history, math, the sciences, and a greater emphasis on arts, band, just art class.
Yeah, it would bring creativity back into it, because creativity isn't limited to just art.
Yeah.
If there's a problem, if you need creative solutions for it.
Right. Also, I think it's kind of ridiculous that these kids go to school for 8 months and then they've got this big, like, 3-month gap in the middle of the summer where they're just out of school.
What about the other month?
Well, you figure in a week for spring break, 2 weeks for winter break.
Okay.
And then
so a month
random other days off. There's just too much of a break. And you can't put it on the parents to say, hey, for these 3 months during the summer, you've got to take over teaching the kids.
Not entirely, but I mean, as a parent, shouldn't you at least take pride in passing on your knowledge to your children?
Oh, absolutely. And I think...
Children, not chillin'?
Chillins. Like, I try to push my kids to read. Like, my son hates to read. I don't think I've ever seen him reading a book.
Right.
My daughter's better about reading, but...
I'm not saying you need to teach him about, like, Magellan or...
no. Like,
anything academic like that, but...
No, I like...
Swing a hammer.
Yeah. Well, like, I was teaching my son today, stuff on the tractor, because we're working on the tractor today in our field. But... no, most parents work full-time jobs. Like, there's no way...
Which, that's another discussion of another problem.
Yeah. It's ridiculous that it takes 2 people to maintain a household now. Mm-hmm. I mean...
Stupid feminists.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I
fucking go back in the kitchen. For real. You know what? I'm not taking that back. Stay in the kitchen.
There you go.
But...
You heard it first from Pat Watson.
Get a hold of me at pkwatson231@gmail.com.
Oh, hate mail. Yeah.
Oh, I would love to get hate mail.
I would love to get hate mail, too.
I love it. No, here's my thing on schooling and education. And this is kind of skewed because when I was in high school, we had exchange students from Japan. And these girls were smart. Like, smarter than anyone I've ever known. Because they went to school year round. They were all very focused, very driven.
Well, their studies were different, too.
Yeah.
Their education system is a lot different.
Yeah, it's an education system that works. If you look at the number of graduates in Japan versus, like, the United States, I'm sure they beat us hands down. And then the number of those people going on to successful careers, jobs, I know they're beating us hands down because Look at our unemployment rates. Look at our welfare rates.
Mm-hmm.
I really think we need a more inclusive education system where it is you go to school 10 months out of the year.
Well, what about homeschooling then? Do you think that's a more, I don't want to say lucrative, but do you think that's a better approach?
On one hand, I think that these kids who are being homeschooled probably are getting a better education.
But not a better social experience.
Exactly.
So then what about like a hybrid thing where you're at school, but some of it's online too? Like they do that with a lot of online college classes.
Yeah.
Something like that for public school.
I think it's definitely we're working towards that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think our education system is almost evolving right in front of us right now because we're at this really interesting time.
Oh, it's devolving right now thanks to Betsy DeVos.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And I
the
think
shame of Michigan.
Yeah. Well, there's so much stuff with her, but I think honestly, like we're in an interesting time in education where with the internet that has opened up everything.
Mm-hmm.
You can find information on everything.
Sometimes too much information.
A lot of times too much information. And I think that there's going to be a push with virtual reality.
For education?
In education. I think that's probably the most...
For like a more hands-on approach?
Yeah, I think that would be the most beneficial thing about virtual reality.
Well, write your congressman.
Absolutely. Write them. Let them know. But, I mean, can you imagine... You went to Reese Puffer.
Sure did.
Did you have the opportunity to go to Paris, to go to the Louvre, and tour the Louvre?
No.
Okay. Well, now you strap on a virtual reality headset and you're at the Louvre.
That would actually be pretty cool.
How awesome is that? Like,
but I mean, yeah, that would be really cool, but how beneficial is it to somebody who doesn't give a shit about art?
Okay, well, what if you strap on a virtual reality headset?
Stop saying strap on.
Strap on. You put it on and then you strap it in. No, what if you let's say the shop class, because I don't know anything about cars, but maybe I could put on a virtual reality headset and go through a tutorial on rebuilding.
So maybe virtual reality in a more focused way.
Yeah. Why not?
Not a general education thing.
No, I think virtual reality is the future of our education
Well, then you
system.
could just do that from home then.
Sure. But then again, you're missing that social
experience. Well, if you're strapped into a virtual reality
and you go into a virtual classroom where there's 28 other people,
that might be kind of exciting then.
Show up.
Mine's a dinosaur.
Well, it's funny. There's a book that's out. The movie's coming out next year, Ready Player One, that's literally what it is. You go to school in what's called the Oasis.
Mm-hmm.
It's all virtual reality. You go to this planet in the Oasis, and it's a school planet. There's different schools on the planet. And you're in your home in a chair, but your avatar is in school.
Right.
And, you all have like, it says, Ryan Anderson on your avatar, and you all have like a generic avatar. You can't be a dinosaur. You can't be anything disruptive in the class. But like, really, that's where it's at. I mean, you take a tour of the Louvre, you go to the Grand Canyon, you're
there with, an actual guide.
Your field trip is going into a volcano. I mean, I think that's cool. That's where I get excited for education. I think
it's probably way off from... I think the idea is good, but, being able to put it into practice is way off.
We'll say we're 20 years away, because 20 years ago for me, the thought of having a laptop just for me for school was unthinkable.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Now,
this is all you need, just a little...
Well, yeah, I mean...
like a tablet you could get away with.
But now, like in Grand Haven, both my kids have laptops. They sign out every year. For school? For school. They've got their own Chromebook that they're responsible for. They do stuff in like Google Classroom. They do all their homework through it.
I'm so mad right now.
Isn't that crazy?
That wasn't even like...
So
when I was in school,
ago.
yeah, that wasn't even a thing.
So,
like for college, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But for anybody in public school, like high school, middle, no way. There was no way there was going to be a laptop for each kid.
Nope. So let's go 20 years from now. We've recovered from the Trump presidency. Betsy DeVos has been labeled a traitor to the country.
And shipped off to some horrible place.
Siberia. She's moved back to Russia. I think virtual reality is exciting. I think...
Let's talk about private schools for a second, because that's a totally different thing than public or homeschool.
What do you mean private schools? Do you mean...
like a tuition-based school, where like a lot of Catholic schools.
I went to private school.
So you have more of...
up to 7th grade.
Okay, so what... You understand the different atmospheres then. There has to be.
It was night and day.
Yeah. Talk about that a little.
Okay, I went to, I think when we lived in Arizona in like early elementary school, like 1st and 2nd grade, I think we went to St. Anthony's. And I don't remember anything about that. But when we moved back to Michigan, we went to St. Michael's in Coopersville for 3rd through 6th grade. And they combined 1st and 2nd grade, 3rd and 4th grade, 5th and 6th grade. Because the classes were small. There was, like, I remember in like 5th and 6th grade, you know, the left side of the class was the 5th graders, the right side was the 6th graders. And let's say there was 30 kids.
Okay.
And I never ever got, until I went to college and took college classes, never got as much hands-on, one-on-one time with the teacher as I did as when I went to private school.
So you think it's better in that way?
100%.
Okay.
100%. The smaller class sizes, we had good textbooks, like up-to-date textbooks. Now, granted, it was Catholic school. Wednesdays, we had to go to church.
That sucks.
I won't say it sucked. I loved it. I liked it. I was an altar boy. I was never molested by my priest. He was a great guy.
You weren't good looking enough.
I was not good looking enough. It just didn't happen for me. You know, the teacher was invested in each and every single one of us. And maybe that was different because it was elementary or whatever. But I know as soon as I got to Fruitport Middle School, 7th grade, the teachers did not give a fuck. You know, you were going to different classes. And that's when they start breaking up the classes. You go to math class.
Yeah.
And then an hour later you go to gym class, whatever. But as long as I showed up, the teachers didn't care. Like, he was here.
Do you think it's a pay thing? Like the
probably
private school teachers get paid more, so there's more of an incentive?
Sure, absolutely.
So do you think if we paid our public school teachers more, which we absolutely should,
100%,
that they would care more?
Yeah. Why should
give them the resources they need?
Why should a teacher who went to school for 5 years to be a teacher?
Minimum 4 for sure.
Minimum 4 for sure. Why should they be able or have to teach all year long for 8 months? And then
for your shitty monster kids.
Yeah. That's the other thing. Like, you're sending your monster kids to them to babysit and to educate.
Yeah.
Now, do you want your kid to come out of that situation with the best possible knowledge or come out
crying about getting their feelings hurt?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why do we not pay these teachers $50,000 a year to start?
Yeah, let's pay them more and allow them to hit your children.
I don't want them to hit my kids because my kid would get beat a lot. But I think it's ridiculous that in most cases, these teachers, they work through the school year, and then in the summer, most of them have to go get a part-time job. Mm-hmm. Why? That is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Or how about this? How about the start of the school year, all the stores like Staples, Office Max, all that, they always do these back-to-school sales. And if you're a teacher, you get X number of dollars off because they have to supply their own supplies?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yep.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, with publicly funded schools, they can't get their shit funded.
Where's all our tax money going? Where's all the money from the stupid lottery going?
You know where it's going.
Right into somebody's crooked-ass pockets.
Yep.
I'm so mad.
All right, let's move on from that then.
I'm seriously pissed.
All right. Do we have any more funny stories about school?
I'm trying to think. I
have a story.
I have a good story. You go first.
Okay, so my friend, we were hanging out in the hallway one day, and he used to like to do roundhouse kicks.
Oh my God.
And he was pretty good.
He's pretty good doing roundhouse kicks.
And it was me, my friend, and one of my other friends. So there were 3 of us standing there. And my friend goes to roundhouse kick the door open. There was like double doors that open like this into a hallway. And he goes, and they have little skinny windows. And he goes to kick the door open and kicks the window and shatters it.
Oh my God.
And we all look at each other
and just run
and bolt.
Yeah. That's what you always do. You don't stick around for the consequences, you run.
That's a fun story.
That's awesome. In math class, Mr. Fisher, I think he's still alive. Mm-hmm. Could be. I don't know. He's probably like 120. I sat in the back of the class because my name starts with a W.
W.
And there's some other W's that sat in the back of the class with me. And I remember there was this hot blonde that I was kind of always really good friends with. Mm-hmm. And she kind of always had a boyfriend. I kind of always had a girlfriend, whatever. We always kind of hung out. And one day I was like, hey, I'll give you $5 if you stick your hand in my pants. Grab my pangus. She's like, all right. So in the middle of math class, like, I unzip my fly. She goes in, and she just puts her hand in, and she goes, oh my God, I can't. And she chickens out.
What?
Yeah.
What a big bitch.
Yeah. Funny story. 20 years later, I married that girl.
Really?
Yeah, it's Shelly.
Shelly, you bitch.
Shelly, you bitch.
So that was our talk about education. If you have anything you want to say about it, you have any funny stories, you go ahead and write us in.
Yeah, Talking Tap.
At any of our social accounts. You've heard them all.
Yep.
We'll recap them at the end here.
Yep.
And now for a quick break from the show. Hey listeners, do you have a subscription to YouTube, Hulu, or other similar services?
What if we told you that for less than the other guys, you could support the Tap Podcast?
That's right. Head over to patreon.com/the Tap.
We have plans starting as low as $1 a month.
We also have plans for just a few more bucks that come with some great perks, including shoutouts on the show and more.
That address again is Patreon, patreon.com/the Tap. Hey listeners, are you a business owner or a content creator looking to expand your market?
Come advertise with the Tap.
We have ad space available for any budget.
Whether it's a one-time ad or a weekly ad, we have you covered.
Drop us a line at talkingtap@gmail.com for more information.
We hope to hear from you soon.
And now, back to the show. Sometimes we do a funny eating segment where...
Well, we don't have anything to eat today.
Nope.
So
this week I went to go buy some lunch while I was at work. I was starving. So I went to a little store called D&W, and they've got these big buffet things set up, and I saw hot wings, $6.99, and I was like, fuck yeah. So I got a container, and I loaded that bitch up. I got up to the register, and it said $6.99 a pound. And it came to like $34.
Let's do the math real quick.
Okay.
$7. Let's round it up. 34. How
Yeah.
many times does 7 go into 34?
That's like 4.5 times.
Yeah.
So that's 4.5 pounds of hot wings. So I said, I went to the cash register. I go, hold on, I forgot something. So I went.
And then you left?
I left. No, I took my hot wings back and I went to the little cooler where they've got the sushi set up. And I just grabbed a thing of sushi and brought it to a different register and took off. That sushi was $5.69 all together.
Fucking gross. I would never ever eat
Delicious.
sushi.
Man, any funny eatery stories from you?
I think I've told you this before, but I don't think I've told the podcast that I stopped at a rest area one time,
There's your first mistake.
and there was a there was a garbage, but there was an apple in that garbage.
You did not.
I did. There was a bite out of it, and then I finished it.
Dude, what if somebody had like hepatitis or herpes or something on that apple? Or
Time heals all, Patrick. Time heals all.
disgusting.
I have. So that was eating segment. I have an idea. Do you want to do a cold call this week? I've already got somebody queued up for it.
Do it. That's your thing.
All right, we're
No
gonna
one
do.
answers when I cold call.
We're gonna do a cold call.
Cold call.
Here we go.
Cold call.
Oh, man.
Who's Ryan calling?
I can get service. Probably.
Maybe.
Oh, here we go. This will be a fun one.
Coming through good. Who is it? Don't tell me.
You'll know
I won't. I'll try to figure it out when they get on. If they answer.
when
Probably
they answer. Just say, "Hello, you're on the air."
They won't hear me because you're...
They'll-
You can hear me fine, but they...
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, you're on the air.
What?
Hey, Katie.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
You're on the show.
What show?
You're on my show.
Your show?
My hidden camera cable TV show.
Yeah. What up, Katie?
Who's that?
That's PK Watson.
Oh?
Patrick Watson. You're on the
Hello.
You're on the tap.
What's going on today?
We're doing a cold call here, and you're our cold call. What do you want to say
yeah?
to the world, Katie?
What do I want in the world?
What do you want to say to the world? The world's
What
watching.
I want to say to the world?
Yeah.
Anything she wants to say.
Hello?
Patrick.
What the hell?
Different Patrick. Hey, what's up, buddy? Hello?
Hello?
I have bad service here. This is probably. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're on the air. What do you want to say to the world? Aw,
I think did we lose him?
probably.
All right.
All right. Kisses. Bye. All right. Well, that was not.
That was our number
great.
one fans, Katie and Patrick.
Yeah, number one fans. Shout out to
Katie and Patrick.
Katie and Patrick. Shout out. All right. Are you ready to move on to?
Wait, Ryan. Ryan,
Yeah.
are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Pop Talk.
Pop talk.
Oh,
Here it is.
this
And-
was an exciting week.
Yeah, he's really excited.
Holy cow. This was the mother of all weeks for Pops. We went to the Granville Mall.
Ooh.
We went to Hot Topic.
Shit.
We picked out some Pops. We got... that was last week. We already talked about that, didn't we?
No.
I think... No. Okay. Well, we picked out some Pops at the mall. We got a She-Hulk. Green She-Hulk. Awesome.
Oh, sorry.
What? Oh, well, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks.
Pop Talk. This week,
Pop talk.
this week I went to GameStop. I picked up a GameStop exclusive
Oh shit.
Xur, Xur from Destiny,
I don't know
the video game.
what that is.
He's awesome.
And awesome.
He's awesome.
Oh.
I got Xur from Destiny. We got 4 pops in the mail.
Oh fuck.
4 pops in the mail, Ryan. We got an alien xenomorph and xenomorph toddler. It's one little thing. They're white from the new Alien Covenant movie.
Oh, cool.
Very cool. We got a Simba from The Lion King.
Simba.
We also got a Rafiki from The Lion King.
Dope.
Finished off that set. Pretty excited. We then got a Once Upon a Time, the TV show on ABC. Mm-hmm. Regina, she's the evil queen. Are you yawning during Pop Talk? That is so disrespectful.
Sorry, just
and
not
rude.
interested.
We got a purple box lunch exclusive Regina from Box Lunch Pop. That didn't come out right, but you know what I mean.
Sure.
And this was exciting, and this is huge. This week we ordered a Pennywise the Clown from Stephen King's new movie It. He came in the mail this week. Super excited.
He only comes over 27 years.
30 years.
I thought it was 27.
Yeah, it's 30. I don't know. I just watched the old version of it last night, and they kind of rounded some stuff off, and they just said 30 years. So, but with that Pennywise, they ran into problems with the Chase variant, licensing problems, so they stopped producing them now. So the Chase variant went from like $50 up to $250.
Oh my God.
We're tracking it down. We're working on it, guys. Keep you updated.
Patrick will.
So our new pop count, I think we're at 105
Oh my God.
or 106.
That's too many.
That's not too many.
That is 105 or 106 too many.
Well, I don't know why you would think that's too many.
You can disagree. That's fine.
I totally disagree. Because MT 2004 wrote in to Gmail just like you can. She wrote into our Gmail. It's talkingtap@gmail.com.
Come on, Grandpa, get it right.
Talking Tap. MT 2004 wrote in asking what other sets we're collecting.
So what other sets are you collecting?
In the pop figures? Oh,
Yeah.
It's funny you should ask that, Ryan.
Oh, wow.
Because,
Quite.
well, MT 2004. We've collected the Miss Peregrine, that set. I'm collecting the Destiny set that just came out. I've got 2 of the, I think 6 or 7 figures. I've got the Zur and Lord Shax. And the other ones aren't quite out yet, but they're coming. Super excited. We've collected a lot of the Lion King ones. I'm working on getting Scar from the Lion King. He's like $45 right now. Yeah. These things go up so fast. What other sets do we have? I've got a bunch of Star Wars ones. I've got the Dark Tower. I've got a full set of those. There's only 3 figures for that, so I got them all. Whatever, it was easy. We collect the flocked figures. Those are like the velvety figures. We've got a good run of those. They just came out with Chip and Dale from Disney, a 2-pack flocked. It's an FYE exclusive, I believe.
Chip and Dale!
Rescue Rangers.
Chip and Dale!
So yeah, that's those are our sets. I mean, there's a bunch of other randos that we have. Like I've got the dude from The Big Lebowski. I've got Voltron. What's a really rando one that I have?
Why don't you just finish the word?
Random?
Yeah.
Because rando sounds so much hipper, like pop culture.
Rando!
Just rando. I wish they'd make a Rambo. Man, I haven't seen a Rambo pop. What the hell?
That'd be a super rando one.
All right, I'm writing in Funko.
There you go.
All right, well, thanks for writing in MT 2004.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, and you know what, guys? If you have any questions, write in. If you want to talk about pops, write in. If you want to trade, we've got pops to trade.
Ask our resident pop expert.
I am the resident pop expert.
I'm the resident pop hater.
Yeah. All right.
What do you think, man? You want to close it up?
Yeah. Let's tease one thing.
Okay.
You want to tease one thing?
What are we going to tease?
Oh
yeah.
I'm gonna flick that nipple. Yep.
All right.
We're gonna do a pledge drive.
We are.
Yep.
It's going to be set up this fall.
Yeah.
And we will have a date to be determined.
To be determined, where we're going to do a live stream 24 hours.
24
live.
hour pledge drive.
Live. Coming to you live.
From Stag Studios. Maybe not.
Probably not Stag Studios because I don't think we really have internet here, but it'll probably be from my living room.
Or my new house.
Ryan's got a new house.
That's coming up. There might be news on that shortly.
And we'll give you his address. You can come over and say hi.
Yeah.
Knock on his door.
You can do my yard work.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If you guys have any suggestions for our pledge drive, write in. If you have any suggestions for our cookout, let us know.
Yeah. Let's recap.
Yeah.
Okay, so number one.
Number one.
We did some announcements.
We had announcements.
Number two.
Bitchy
smegma.
Oh, that's so.
Number three.
Yeah. Funny dating stories with Ryan.
Yeah, we went on some dates.
Next week, we'll go on some more dates.
Yeah. Number four, we talked about education. It's a bunch of crap.
And I got super angry.
We had to move on.
I'm so mad.
Just talked about pops. Do we have to do it again?
Love it. My favorite. TalkingTap@gmail.com.
That's right. We will get that email and we will be excited to read it and give you a shout out on the show.
Awesome.
This is the Tap Podcast. I'm Ryan.
I'm Patrick.
Thank you for listening.
Bye. Are we done recording?